Welcome to From Scratch with a Catch, the series where we need to go from 0 GP to 100 million. But there's a catch. In the spirit of old school RuneScape, the content we do is chosen by RNG, with a roulette wheel. Will we get spooned at bosses, or will we be forced to make losses? A full list of rules is available in episode 1. Hope you enjoy the episode, let's crack on. Hello everyone and welcome to From Scratch with a Catch, the series where we've not actually been screwed over yet, surprisingly. This is what our bank is looking like after 4 episodes, 10.6 million with the end goal being 100 mil. We have got some additions this episode. As you know if you watched last episode, we've rolled quite a few bosses, which meant quite a few untradables, and one of those were the Dragon Defender. Now I didn't have one of these in the bank because I turned mine into an Avernic, so I had to go and grind this out. But while I was doing that, I decided to go and do 3 Mauritania quests and Fremenic Exiles, and now I can add Firewatch Sentinels and Basilisk Knights to the list. So let's go over the changes. So as you can see on our standard monster table, we've now added Basilisk Knights and Firewatch Sentinels. Firewatchers are good because obviously they drop the Blood Shard, and I will allow myself to use the Blisterwood Flail for free because it's an untradable, can't get it without the quest. Done the quest, so I may as well use it. Basilisk Knights, a decent, annoying to kill, and the Jaw's a lot rarer off task. It's 1 in 5k, which means I'm more than likely not going to hit it, but I've put them there because I've done the quest now. It might be fun, why not? I've also made 2 new additions to the main wheel. Can you spot them? Probably. I've added Theatre of Blood and Chambers of Zarek. Now, these rolls aren't on the boss table because I'm going to do them in a different way. If these get rolled, I'm going to simply do 1 raid. For Cox or Tob, for Chambers, I can choose to solo it or trio it. Tob, I'm obviously going to get a team, but I'm going to try my best not to leech. And when it's done, I'll just respin, simple as that. So I can only actually do these 2 raids if it lands on them when I do 1 go. It's not an hour, it's nothing like that, it's just 1 raid. And then every time that it rolls it, I'll do another. And I think that's the most fair that I could do it. Also, just for fun, whenever we roll this wheel now, I'm going to shuffle it because it looks cooler having everything split up. And we might stop rolling the boss table as much, which would be more fun for you guys, not as fun for me. But everyone loves a bit of suffering. On that note, shall we roll? Agility. Jeez, I'm going to have a think on this one. I have done the quest now, so I can do Sepulture, but I can only do 3 floors on this account, I think. We'll see what I decide. Okay, so we're going to try a method recently popularised again by Soup in his unusual moneymakers. We're going to try Gnome Ball. Now, you might think this is a no XP moneymaker, but it does actually give agility and ranged experience at the end of every game. So this is totally valid. You might also notice that the time is slightly different. Now, this is because the time that I was using before was just the standard Google stopwatch, but it's not there anymore, and I don't know why. So, I found a website, and we're just going to use this one. I'm not actually sure how to play this minigame, so it's going to be a little bit of a learning experience, but let's crack on. The tackle animation is so funny, you just yeet them onto the floor. I know that wasted time, but that's so good. Oh, you leave and then you get a gnome ball, okay. So I know that you've got to drop it whenever you go back in, because if not, you don't get a new one when you complete it. Which means I have to complete each run within 2 minutes before they despawn off the floor. So let's actually try and be speedy here. So there's no guarantee that these gnome balls are going to sell. It says they're 26k. But in the long run, they will definitely sell. It's just that short term they may not. So I'm in no rush to sell them. If I keep them on the G, it's still money for the series. We are now over 100k in gnome balls. I didn't expect them to be so big. God, I'm a degen, aren't I? Okay, so I think I've mastered the strategy for like 100% no tackle, always do it in the same time. So just in case any madmen at home want to do this, talk to the referee, pass straight to the gnome winger, run to the red blood spot, or just before it. Then as soon as your character turns to take the pass, just spam click the net. And then it always goes in without fail, if you've got 99 range. But you always get the shot. So this makes it so I've always got plenty of time to pick up the gnome balls on the floor. Wait, I've just missed a shot. You see in the chat it says, and miss. It looks like I've missed 2 shots now, but I've actually just missed a shot. Well, that's crazy, I didn't think you could miss at 99. Just pause the timer to bank these 14. I didn't trust myself. Now I learned that you can miss at 99. If I missed another shot with like 16, 17 on the floor, I'd probably lose some. And I don't want to do that. We're making as much money as we can here. I definitely didn't just enter before picking up the balls. And yeah, he only gives you 1 back. So he keeps them for safekeeping and gives you 1 back. So if I went in with 14, I would have lost 13 of them. I mean, I'm going to make a small rule here. I am going to use my non-series cash to buy 2 gnome balls. There we go. And it's like it never happened, right? See, never happened. I'm going to be fair though and start the time from here and run back using the tree. That's the punishment that I've got. I suck at this game sometimes, man. Clicking a fucking gate instead of the floor. I'm fucking dumb. I am so dumb. I've just clicked the gate again instead of dropping them. I've just lost them again. Oh, screw it. I'm not gonna break the rules. We've lost 3 of them. Lads, we've lost about 48k. I freaking suck. I've got to be really careful now for this last 20 minutes. Well, I hope you all have a laugh at my expense, for fuck's sake. Doing it once when I don't know is fair game, I bought them back. Doing it twice, I'm just fucking stupid, okay? We should still make some nice money off this. We managed to bank 14 before I screwed up. So, at the end of the day, we should still be making quite a bit of profit off this compared to like rooftop courses or something. Okay, should be able to get 1 more in here. Okay, this is the last shot. And we're at 59.52. We got it. Okay, so that's 10 gnome balls. Taking us to 24 total. Now, it should have been 28.29, but obviously we had our hiccups. But 400k, there's no way they're selling at that. It says 13. I guess I'll just trust it, and I'll leave them in at 13,500. So, not expecting these to sell just yet, but we're putting it down as we've earned over 300k from agility. That's way better than rooftops would have been. And probably more than sepulture, seeing as I can only get to floor 3. That's awesome. Let's roll again. So, we've shuffled the wheel again, and agility could start shafting us soon, but that one was really fun. Let's see what we get. No experience moneymaker again. Ooh, these are interesting. It's worth noting for this that things like making unfinished herblore pots and making like raw wild pies and stuff like that that don't grant experience but are related heavily to a skill do count as those skills, so I can't use those for the no XP moneymaker. On that note, we're actually going to try making ultra compost. Now, I know I've just said that about herblore and cooking, and you might associate ultra compost with farming, but there's no farming requirement for it. Like for a raw wild pie, you need 85 cooking. To make unfinished pots, you need the herblore level for the potions. This is fair game because there's no experience, and even though it's technically a farming item, there's no experience gain and there's no requirement needed. So what we need is we're going to buy super compost. I don't know how many we can process an hour, but the buy limit's only 2,000, so I guess we'll just do that and hope the buy... Okay, that's good news. And then we need 4,000 volcanic ash, which look like they're going for above med, so we'll just buy it and hope that we get something. Now, it is worth noting that I tested this really quickly, and it looks like we make 150 coins per at current prices. So if we make these quick, I hope that carries on. That's why I only got 19.99 buckets. So we bought too many ash, but let's crack on. Okay, that's interesting. We already had 100 super compost in the bank, so we've actually got 2,999. So I'm going to buy another 198 volcanic ash. Because we've got the item from a previous boss, that means it's absolutely fair game to do this. So we've got 4,000 ash and 2,099 super compost. Let's begin. Oh, this is really nice. It actually just processes it all at once. I've not got to do a load of clicking. This is going to be nice and laid back for once. And I'll put the timer on the screen. I completely forgot. Ooh, and while we sat here, 2 gnome balls have just sold, which means at that price, they're actually starting to sell. Now, I do apologise. I just looked back, and these 100 super compost were in the main tab. And I didn't actually get these at any point in the series, so I am going to drop them. So we are only doing the 19.99. Anyways, we're currently 243 ultra compost in, and it's not been 6 minutes yet, so we can get all these done within the hour. Let's just hope we make a profit off them. Okay, we've got over 1,000 done, 900 left, and we've got plenty of time on the timer. There's not really much else to say or that's eventful for this, so I'll see you at the end. Okay, and these are the last 19, so we're really well off on time. We're obviously going to have some ash left because I bought some extra, but we can just sell that back and put that into the profits. Okay, and there we are, 1,999 super compost. Now, if I just take another look, I bought this, if I add it all up, so we paid 246 for the ash and 420 for the buckets. Add that up is like 666, of course it is. Wow, okay. So as long as these sell for over 666, we're laughing. And according to Runelight, they sell at 825, so if we put them to 819, they're sold. Okay, so we got 1.6 mil plus whatever this sells back for. We have got some gnome balls that have sold as well, but we're going to keep them there till they all sell. Now, if we take a look, we spend somewhere around 1,360,000, right? probably 300k profit. Honestly, I get this moneymaker a 10 out of 10. That wasn't even a full hour. So you can put some offers in overnight and grab more super compost. This is actually decent. It's like 400k an hour. I'll take that profit any day. Nice. With the gnome balls, that puts us to over 11 mil. Let's roll another. Okay, I've shuffled it again. Let's go. I've been really unlucky so far in the sense of no boss tasks. But I have got a standard monster table. I will take that. Let's get straight into the roll. Worms. That's a really good task. I'm taking this. And we've still got the Abyssal Dagger, which will be a good weapon for him. Okay, so worms. This is a setup that I'm going with. I didn't think it was worth buying a Zerkring yet, and I don't think I can quite afford one without selling stuff anyway. But the Abbey Dagger is a really good weapon for these, because they are weak to stab compared to crush and slash. So it's worth keeping. Obviously, we've not got a fire cape or anything yet, but I think the setup's pretty neat. Okay, I've got the timer on the screen. Let's go. I'm hoping for over a kill a minute. We should easily get that, right? First drop. Not even that bad. It's like a 12k drop in 30 seconds. Nice. Now, as we're killing these, let's go over the drop table for a little bit like we normally do. So, obviously they've got the uniques, right? But the thing about worms is that on Slayer task, the uniques are a lot more common. So they drop dragon swords, dragon harpoons, dragon knives, and dragon thrown axes. And some of these are expensive, like the D harpoon's 1.5 mil, and a good dragon knife amount nets you about 400k. Off Slayer task, these are 1 in 10k drops, so for the chance of any of them, it's 1 in 2,500. On Slayer task, it's 1 in 500 for any or 1 in 2,000 for each. But other than that, they've got a really strong drop table. Obviously, they drop worm bones every kill, which are like 1.5k. But they've got a weapons and armor table that rolls commonly, and it's got dragon daggers, rune battle axes, rune med elms. It's got a lot of decent stuff on. Now, they've also got a chance of dropping seeds, albeit quite rarely. The only expensive ones really are the Snapdragon and Torstol, but they're really rare, so probably not going to hit those. So the key to worms is that it looks like it's going to be consistency. We're 5 minutes in nearly with 40k made. So let's see what we can get. Also, they do drop hard clues, so we might get lucky. And this is the first trip complete. So the price check, including banking, comes out to 47k in about 8 minutes. So we should get over 500k. This is, like I said, a consistent moneymaker. I can't really expect much loot better than this. I'm going to bank the prayer pot, and I'm going to take 7 Karam ones now. And a stamina dose. Ooh, and that's the first decent drop of the task. 17k, that's like half the last inventory put together. If I can hit some more of those, that'd be grand. What a nerd. Go back to Hydra. Oh shit, I actually hit it. I didn't expect this. It's like a 1 in 600 drop. That's a huge boost. That's like half of the entire task so far. Another juicy drop, rune battle axe. This is looking up now. We're at over 250k already, and we're 20 minutes in. Currently on my last trip, just got a rune battle axe. Now, I'm going to pick up everything because I'm not going to fill up my inv. I've got under 5 minutes left. I'm on 113 kills, so it should be pretty good. This is more than likely my last kill. I'll try and get some beast hits on another really quick. Let's just find out. Just in? Nope. Okay. This is the end of worms. Let's go to the bank. So I've dropped everything into the tab, and we're on 11.3 mil. Now, I've still got the gnome balls to sell. We're at 80k right now. So we're actually at about 11.6, so we've already made over a mil this episode. The worms got us 649k. Obviously I didn't pick up some of the things, but I left about 20k's worth of loot on the floor, so that's really not that bad. I really enjoyed that task. Now I'd really like for a boss task now, because I got spooned with them that hard last episode. No! Oh, it's so close. I'm going to use a reroll. Oh, it worked! I don't know how that happened, but I will take it. So, I had 1 reroll token from episode 2, I think. So I've now got 0 rerolls left. I can't believe I rolled that and it actually rolled the boss. That is so good. I'm hyped. Okay, reroll token's gone, so whatever this lands on, we're doing. Slayer boss. Okay, I prepared for this. Holy, while we were doing that, more gnome balls sold. A lot of them. We've only got 8 left to sell. That's great. So, what I meant by I prepared by this was that if we grab a Slayer helmet out, we've not actually got this Slayer helmet, I'm just using it to check the task. I have some gargoyles. So, we're going to do Dawn and Dusk, the Grotesque Guardians. Let's gear up. Now, I think it's time we finally say goodbye to this dagger, and we'll trade it in for a whip. It's not the worst price. We did lose like 150k on it, but a whip's just a lot more versatile. Okay, so I'm going to start selling up, because I feel like for this task specifically, for it to be worth it, we need to spend a little bit more money. Because the kills take quite a while. And it's hard to skip the orbs on Dawn unless you've got a good ranged weapon. But I might just have to settle with the Krill's crossbow, I'm not sure. Okay, that's most of it. So we've got 6.2 mil plus a whip and some other stuff. So I've bought a Berserker ring. Now, obviously, I am not going to go waste some time at Nightmare Zone, so I am going to allow myself to use my imbued ring now that I've bought it. And this way I can sell it back if I need to without it affecting my Nightmare Zone points, because they're annoying to get. Everyone knows that, let me off. I think this is the setup that I'm going with. It's going to be a bit scuffed maybe, but it's going to get some kills. I just don't know how fast they'll be. I've got an Eternal Slayer ring to bank, because I may as well use that instead of making more Slayer rings, and that's about it. Let's crack on. So, Grotesque Guardians are kind of interesting because they've got 5 uniques, but 4 of them are dirt cheap, like under 100k. But it has got the Black Tourmaline core, which is worth nearly 3 mil. Now, that is a 1 in 1000, but because you get 2 rolls on the drop table, that's effectively a 1 in 500. Other than that, they've got a lot of good standard loot. They've got a lot of armor and weapons at the drop, as well as supplies. They've got a lot of noted bars and ores that add up, and they've got a lot of runes, dragon dart tips, coins, etc. So all in all, it does add up. They've also got the Jar of Stone, which is a 1 in 5k drop, but is worth 1.2 mil. So if we can pull that, that'd be great. I'm only expecting to get about 12, 13 kills maybe with this setup. It is a bit scuffed. But again, GGs are more of one of those consistent money makers over just getting a good drop. The problem is the supplies that I'm using are quite pricey, so I'm not sure if I'll profit too much. But I've rolled it, so let's give it a go. We'll start the timer as we ring the bell. Good luck us. Honestly, not so bad so far. The true test comes with the orbs here. Yeah, I'm definitely not out DPSing these, so I'm going to run and go pick these up. And here's the first kill. 2 minutes 13, that's genuinely not that bad. The drop though, 20k, really bad. If I just pause the timer real quick, we used an entire super restore, which is 15k, and we used quite a few bolt racks. We used 28. So if you add everything up, we probably broke even that kill. So we need to get a little bit more lucky. Huh. I actually just got an orb skip. I hammered it as the orbs were coming in. Kill number 2. What are we going to get? Gold bars and Sarah brews. Well, I guess the brews are good because it makes up for the ones that I just used. But the gold bars are literally worth 3k, man. I don't even think it's worth picking them up right now. Kill number 3 coming up in a sec. Honestly, time-wise, not that bad. Money-wise, kind of bad. Okay, it's a bit better. I've genuinely lost money so far. This is not good. At least I get an untradeable at the end of it. Number 4. Okay, that's a bit better. 100k. That's actually a really good drop from these. Okay, now we're up. Number 5. Number 6. Okay. That's a lot better. Number 7. Room bars. Okay, that's not bad either. Let's go give this a price check. Now, we spent about 4 brews, which is 28k, and 6.5 restores, which is, call it 100k. So say we spent about 130k on this trip, include bolt racks, maybe 150, right? Let's see what we got back. Okay, so we are profiting. It looks like we got about 150k profit. Room bars, not bad. Number 9. Okay, now we're talking. That's a 100k drop. Big number 10 coming up. Give me the core, come on. Enthusiasm equals drops, right? Enthusiasm makes drops worse, apparently. 11, not bad. 12. Ooh, the added bars are such a good drop. That's probably the most expensive singular drop that I've got. 13, last kill of the trip, come on. Now, I'm going to pick up these gold bars before I go, because obviously every little bit's profit. Okay, so again, we spent about 35k on brews. We spent about 120k on restores, so that's like 155 plus 1.5 super combats, bolt racks. We're looking at about 180k cost. So, as long as it's more than that. Okay, spent about 180k, got 360 back. It seems like we're doubling what we spend every trip, so this is fine. 14. Ugh. Oh, nice. So I've just hit a unique, but it's like one of the cheapest ones. So it's not a good drop overall, but hitting the unique's kind of nice. Could have been the core, could have been anything else, but 25k is 25k. 16, I think? Ooh, Addy bars again. I love that drop. 17. 18. No, I thought I said Onyx bolt tips. I'm so sad. 19. Okay, last kill. Come on, we've got to get something good. I'll take a pet. Granite gloves again? No way. I hit the unique table again and got the gloves again. I mean, I can't complain, right? I always say this, a 25k drop is better than some gold bars again, right? So, let's go tally up the loot. Okay, so this isn't perfect, but we got 20 kills. Assume we use 20 brews, 20 restores. like 6 super combat pots, etc., we probably spent around 550,000, including the bolt racks, maybe closer to 600, but it's not exact. So, I haven't looked at this yet, let's see if we profited. 950k basically. Okay, we've definitely profited, 1,000,000%, it's just I'm not sure how much, it'll be between 300 and 400k, which honestly, I'll take. That's not that bad. Oh, and while we're at it, all the gnome balls sold. Which means we're now at 12 mil. Awesome. Let's do one more task. First things first, one of my favourite parts of the series, rolling the untradeable. Now there's not many left, we're really looking for Salvami for if we hit Vorkath, Mage Arena Cape for an upgrade, or like a Fighter Torso or Fire Cape, upgrade our melee setup. Good luck. Rune Pouch. Honestly, not the greatest, but not the worst, it'll come in use at places. Now let's roll the final task of the episode. I mean, I'll take it. I just don't understand, I even shuffled it. But I am not complaining, this is hype. Can we get a super good task? Okay, we've given the wheel a good shuffle. Let's hope something really good to finish the episode on. Gauntlet. You know, this is not bad at all. Like, yes, Corrupted's a lot better, but I know that I can get consistent completions at regular Gauntlet. So I should be able to do them a lot faster. Okay, Gauntlet. Now we know how this one goes. Went over the loot before, but regular Gauntlet's slightly different. It basically has the same loot in different amounts, but you get like 1 less roll. Also, the uniques are a lot rarer. For a weapon or armor seed drop, it's 1 in 120, and for the enhanced crystal weapon seed, it's 1 in 2000, which is a lot rarer than the 1 in 400 from Corrupted. But it's still got the potential to finish the series right here. Again, more than likely not. Now, the regular loot is also awesome here, as everyone knows. You get between like 20 and 80k coins, 4 to 8 battle staffs, basically every roll's between like 20 to 80k, and Dragon Albed's on the tail, which is like 150 as well. It's so good. Let's just get into it. What I'm going to do for these is if I get the materials for tier 1 armor, I'll grab them. If not, I'll just send some no armor runs. Okay, 80k, not that bad. We can do better though, we can do better. Kill count number 2. Slightly quicker, only by 40 seconds though. Number 3, getting quicker, 6 minutes 41. That's a lot better, 100k. Number 4. Okay, probably one of the worst ones yet. We've got this though, we can probably fit another 4 in this half an hour. Number 5. Number 6. Okay, 7 crystal shards is really good though. Number 7, that seemed like a pretty fast Hunlith. 2 minutes, not bad. Can we get a spoon? We can't. Okay, one more kill, we've got 9 minutes, we can do this. Final kill, all we've got time for. Come on. Last loot of the episode, make it juicy. 100k. Okay, not great. Well, let's head to the G. Okay, so price check. 459k, which isn't great. I didn't hit anything super good, but it's a lot of money, to be fair, for spending nothing. Like, that's more than GG's because I spent stuff there even though I got nearly a mil back. So this is always helpful. Now, I am going to go back and look how many crystal shards I've got, because crystal shards are actually pretty good, and I'll show you why in a minute. So all these crystal shards are obviously not from the series, right? I had some from before. So we've got 40 from Zolkana, we got 34 from Corrupted Gauntlet, and we got 36 from regular Gauntlet. So now we've done basically everything in Prif, we've done both Gauntlets and Zolkana. I'm actually going to use these to get some money in the bank. Now, the only downside, of course, is that I'm only 80 herb, and the 2 most profitable potions at the minute are Super Combat Potions and Bastion Potions, which require 97 herb and 86 respectively. So we're probably going to have to do something like Magic Potions, which I think gets about 6,000 profit per shard. Let's find out. 1 Magic Pot buys for 121, and when you've made it with Crystal Shards, it sells for 2,866 after tax. So obviously that's a lot. You actually get 2.5 of them per crystal shard, because each shard is 10 dust. So 110 shards is actually 1,110 dust. So we can do a lot of these potions. So I'm just going to buy out all of the magic pots we can, and let's see how much we'll make. Okay, all made. Ooh, that's a nice profit. They're sold for quite a lot as well. So we spent about, I don't know, 30, 40k tops, and we got 781k back, which is amazing. Now also, thanks to Vet Iron Gaming, who left a comment last episode, I got some KBD heads, and apparently if you use a knife on the heads, you get 3 unsold dragon heads. See, I never actually knew that, that's awesome, so that's some more money. So thanks a lot, Vet. And on that note, our bank's at 13.3 million after this episode, so we're just over 1/8 of the way there. I do hope we actually start getting some drops soon, and Let me know in the comments if you think it's a good idea to add a refresh wheel option to the boss and the standard subtable, where if it gets rolled, all of the bosses that have been done get added back to the table, just to make sure that we don't run out of content before 100 mil. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like the episode, please like and subscribe, it means a lot. This series has gained a lot of traction, and I've had a lot of fun with it, and I've got a lot of big plans for the future. Love you and leave you all. Bye!